Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's daily crypto video. Today I'm going to be going over pretty much the position that we have from yesterday that we got going. So that's this position. We're pretty much trading this. We're a little bit in a loss here, but so far so good. We're in this H1 short on ETH, right? That's kind of the main aspect of this trade. So if you're viewing this, you still have time to enter. It's a little bit riskier now, but the idea still very much is valid for the fact that we created intent lower, we created this imbalance, we took out this high and we took out this high, leading us to the ideology that we've taken out liquidity, we've run opposing liquidity, and now we've shifted lower. So the goal is to go back to these lows, and these lows. I've also added an aggregate on my field here, pretty much where you can see everything now. I didn't realize that we can do this. This is pretty cool. I have to admit, you can see, so this is just inflow of Bitcoin, obviously, and the volume of Bitcoin when it comes to bids and asks. And that kind of just creates that general consensus. You can see it's a lot more sporadic, a lot more erratic in that sense. But you can see that there is a little bit more sell side momentum. Obviously, that's kind of where we're going to get that cracking correlation between ETH and Bitcoin. But I'm not too worried about that just yet, going into too many details there just yet. Either way, the short on ETH is what we are running, is what we're targeting, right? We want to go to these lows. That's pretty much the name of the game. And from there, we are going into, let's say, these shifts here that we want to really be applying until we can confidently say that ETH is also going to flip bearish back to the lows that were created at the end of June, 26th of June, right? We talked about those as well. We talked about this play as well, where price could go lower. But either way, this is kind of how we are looking at it. If you go back to, let's say, Bitcoin, you can see one of two things. It's not quite giving the same type of move right here. It's just not really available to do so. So we're just not ready for that type of play on Bitcoin itself, in my honest opinion, just yet. It looks just a little bit clearer on ETH than it does on Bitcoin. But if we manage to get something like this, I am potentially keen to run the play lower, to get to an area like this, and actually run it through. So that's kind of it at the end of the day, right? That's what I'm looking for. All in all, quite excited to make that happen, to get some sort of thing with Bitcoin again. When it comes to shorts, I'm looking for actual good plays here. So if we look at some sort of play like this, you can see that if we manage to isolate this high, you will not even get a 1-to-1 out of that. So that's not ideal. We want it to shift. We want it to give some sort of retracement that we can at least stand above that 1.5 RR. Other than that, it wouldn't be too great to trade a sub 1 R risk to reward trade. So let's go over kind of the ideology here, right, on the DOM. You can see a lot of activity around that 60 flat area. You can see just kind of around all of this. I don't know if I can brush on that. No, I can't. But a lot of noise around that 60 flat, as you can see here, kind of where my crosshair is. You can see lots of aggregated volume around those levels. And then if we go back to kind of where the current market price is, you can also see that sellers are kind of pushing into the markets. There are a lot of asks in the market trying to push price lower. So that's a really, really nice thing to see. Also aligning really nicely with our vision. So that's really, really good. Other than that, it is obviously NFP today across different markets such as currencies and indices. That obviously plays a big factor. I'll be looking at what kind of factor that has on crypto. I obviously know from the past that you can have some crazy correlations here and there, but especially in this headline driven market, it is not necessarily the most, let's say, anticipated thing or news event this week. There's a lot more important things happening, especially in the world of crypto, where that's a lot more important than what's going on here. So yeah, that's that for me. Short but sweet video, keeping it concise. So the game plan is getting that ETH, right? We're short on ETH. We want to see price break this low, and then we can really be quite certain that we're at least going to be taking out these levels, maybe rack up some partials in this short. That would be really amazing, right? Other than that, not a lot going on just yet, right? Nothing for us to really partake in. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next video.